Hello guys. So in this session we are going to learn how to install Grafana using Helm chart. So first of all here we need to install Minikube to install Grafana using Helm chart. So here some prerequisites. So first of all we need to install Minikube, we need to install kubectl, we need to start our Minikube and then we need to install Helm chart. After that we are going to install Grafana using Helm chart, right? So first of all, we first prerequisite is we need to install Minikube to install Grafana using Helm chart. So let's install Minikube first. So first of all, we need to update our prerequisites. Sorry, system package. We need to update our system package. So I'm going to use this command to update my system package. So here is my instance. I'm going to update my system package. After that, the next step is here. I'm going to install this curl or wget commands here. So I'm going to run this command. Then after that, here I'm going to install Docker. So here to install Minikube, we need a Docker. So that's why I'm going to install Docker first. As you can see, it's almost done. Okay. Now the next step is we need to give some permission to this Docker. And the second permission is here. We are going to give permission chmod 666. Okay. So here we have successfully installed Docker, right? So after that now, after installing Docker, we are going to install Minikube. So first of all, here I'm going to download this Minikube Linux AMD 64 folder using this curl command, right? So I'm going to download this using curl. So let's download. Now if I run the ls commands, as you can see the folder. Now let's install Minikube using this command. Now if I run the Minikube version, so as you can see the details of about our Minikube. So you can see the details, that is the version 1.32.0. Okay, that means we have successfully installed Minikube. Now the next step is we are going to install kubectl, right? So here is the command to install kubectl. So I'm going to install kubectl using curl command. Okay. Now after that, I'm going to give the permission to this my folder, that's chmod. Okay. Now I'm going to move this folder into this location, that user location bin. Right. So let's move this. Now we have successfully installed kubectl. So let's check the details of about our kubectl. So as you can see the version and so on, right? That platform and so on. That's the kubectl. That means here we have installed two prerequisites. First is Minikube and second is kubectl. Now it's time to start Minikube. Before installing Helm, we need to start our Minikube. So I'm going to start my Minikube first. So as you can see, starting Minikube, it's take a few seconds. It's take few seconds, so wait for few seconds. So it's almost done. So as you can see now, it's creating Docker container. To creating Docker container, that's needed two CPUs and memories. Here you can see. So now it's creating Docker container. So it takes few seconds to start Minikube. And after starting Minikube, we are going to install Helm, right? So as you can see the steps. So first we are going to download Helm using this call command. Then we are going to give the permission to our Helm, this chmod 700, and we are going to start our Helm, right, using this command. So yeah, as you can see, we have successfully started our Minikube. So as you can see here, it's done and so on, right? Okay, I'm going to clear the screen first. And now the next step is here. We are going to install Helm using this curl command. Then we are going to give the permission to our Helm. And then the last step. As you can see now, it's downloading Helm. Okay. So we have successfully installed Helm. As you can see, Helm installed into this location. If you want, then you can go to this location. If you want to check. So I'm going to clear my screen first. So here, we have successfully installed three prerequisites. First is Minikube, second is kubectl, and third is Helm. Now it's time to install Grafana using Helm chart. So how to install? So the first step is we need to add in Grafana Helm repository. So how to add? So here integrate the official Grafana Helm repository into your Helm configuration by executing the following command. So let's add Grafana Helm repository. So I'm going to run this command. So as you can see, Grafana has been added to your repository. Now, the next command is run the following command to verify the repository was added. So let's check the list. So as you can see, the list, Grafana and the URL. Okay, that means you have successfully added a repository. Okay. Now, the next step is Helm repository updates. So keep your local Helm repository current to access the latest available chart executing the following command. So let's update our Helm repo. So I'm going to run this command, Helm repo update. So successfully updated, update complete, happy helming. Okay, now the next step is, third step is we need to install Grafana using Helm chart. So here, deploy Grafana onto your cluster with the default configuration by running the following command. So let's install Grafana using Helm chart. So the command is like that, Helm install Grafana, Grafana/Grafana. So as you can see, it's installing. So, okay. As you can see, it's done. The name is Grafana, latest, last deploy, date and timing, namespace default, status deploy, revision 1, and notes. Okay, so it's done. Now let's clear the screen first. Right, and as you can see, the port number is 3000 port name. Okay, so I'm going to clear my screen first. And now the next step is get Grafana admin or password. So how to get admin or password? So Grafana default username is admin. And how to get password? So the command is here to get password. So as you can see, this is our password. So to access Grafana, you can see the next step is verification of Grafana deployment. So how to verify? So as you can see the command. So first of all, let's check the pods are running or not. So as you can see, name Grafana, ready 1 of 1, status running, and the age is 64 seconds ago. That means we have successfully deployed Grafana. The next command is let's check the service, it's running or not. And as you can see, Grafana cluster IP, port number and the age, right? Okay. And the last step is expose the Grafana dashboard as a service using the kubectl port forward command. That means how to access our Grafana browser. So first of all, we need to run this command to expose our Grafana dashboard. Okay. Now it's forwarding port to this 3000. That 0.0.0.0 means any IP address colon and 3000, right? Okay. So this is my instance IP. So I'm going to hit on browser and the port number is 3000 and enter. So as you can see, it's loading. This is the Grafana dashboard. So as I can say, Grafana default username is admin and password is here. This is our command to get password. So as you can see, this is my password, right? So I'm going to copy my password. Okay. And now let's hit. Okay. So click on login. So as you can see, this is our Grafana dashboard. That means we are successfully logged into our Grafana. That means we have successfully installed Grafana, right? So in this session, we have learned how to install Grafana using Helm chart. So thank you for watching and I hope you understand.